Let's talk about adding a provisional restoration to a pre-existing provisional restoration. I've already placed a 3-unit provisional bridge on these 3 teeth, but normally I add a veneer to the adjacent lateral incisor just for symmetry. I don't like restorations on these 3 teeth and then a natural tooth right here because the shade is not quite the same. So we're talking about full smiles. So normally I do either 2 teeth, 4 teeth, 8 teeth, or 10 teeth. So you can see I've got the provisional on these 3 teeth, and this tooth has not been prepared. And we're going to end up with this with a porcelain veneer provisional on this tooth. So I'm removing the provisional bridge, and you can see I've created a gingival pontic receptor site. That's very important when you're placing a bridge in the aesthetic zone. Even though this young lady has a low lip line and doesn't show the gingival line when she smiled, still, you want this tooth, this pontic, to look like it grew out of the gingival tissue. So now I'm going to add porcelain veneer. I've prepped this tooth now for a porcelain veneer. Gingival pontic receptor site, bridge extending from here to here, porcelain veneer right here. I'm using a curved hemostat to remove the temporary, which was cemented with Olympia provisional crown and bridge cement. So this is the existing provisional, the 3-unit provisional bridge, and I'm taking a Brasileir disc and just cutting slots into the interproximal contact area, just to increase the surface area and freshen the surface. Then I'm placing primer adhesive, blowing it off, blow all that off, and then cure it. Then this is a very important part. Don't put this back into the matrix. Place the provisional bridge or the existing provisional on the prepared teeth. If you put it in the matrix, it may not seat completely when you put the matrix to place. Place it on the teeth. So this is placed on the teeth. You can see how we've cut these little slots into the interproximal surface of the provisional closest to the provisional restoration being added to the existing provisional. Now here's my matrix. I'm going to squirt bisacrylate into the new tooth being added. Be sure this stays dry. Be sure this provisional restoration, the existing provisional restoration, stays dry. What you want to do is, before you place the existing provisional restoration, wet the teeth, then place the provisional restoration, the existing provisional restoration, but keep this interproximal part dry. Then squirt the bisacrylate into the matrix in the new provisional area, and then squirt bisacrylate onto that wet tooth. But you don't want the provisional, the existing provisional restoration, to be wet. Then put the matrix to place and let that set completely. Now while this is in the mouth, you don't know how fast it's setting. So squirt a little blob of the bisacrylate onto the patient's bib so you can monitor how fast it's setting and know when it's set before you remove the matrix from the teeth. So here we've removed it. Now in this case it's stuck to the teeth. That's no big deal. Just take your curved hemostats and tease it off. Here's the new restoration connected to the existing provisional restoration. I'm going to trim that with a disc, an acrylic burr. Now when you're using the acrylic burr, be sure you're going in the polishing, not the cutting direction. If you go in the cutting direction, it may grab porcelain veneer provisional and tear it and break it off from the fixed bridge provisional restoration. So be sure you go in the polishing direction, not the cutting direction with this burr. See, I'm going in that direction, which polishes. Very light touch. Cutting the interproximal areas to make room for the papilla. This is a round burr. Now this is a flame-shaped fine diamond in a high-speed handpiece. And again, I'm going in the polishing direction of the burr, not the cutting direction. Be sure you leave the interproximal contact. And there's the bridge and the veneer seated. This is just a acrylic polishing burr. Again, going in the polishing direction, not the cutting direction. Okay, so here's my veneer added to the 3-unit provisional bridge. Put Vaseline everywhere. I don't care if some of the Vaseline gets into the inside of the Provisional, because this cement is so strong. Then this is Olympian temporary cement. And usually, if you've watched other Dental Minute videos, I usually use unfilled resin or just adhesive for my veneer provisionals. In this case, I'm going to use the Olympian cement since it's connected to the 3-unit provisional bridge. So this is also being cemented with the Olympian provisional cement. You want to let the cement set to the point that it breaks off. Anytime you're cementing anything, a porcelain veneer, a crown, a fixed bridge, or a provisional bridge, you don't want to wipe the cement off. You want to break it off, and then you know the micro gap between the restoration and the tooth is filled, so you don't have a void. And because if you have a void, bacteria will get into the void, and you'll have sensitivity, gingival irritation, and with final restorations, actually decay. So I want this to break off. I'm going to adjust the incisal edge with a occlusal reduction burr and that flame-shaped diamond. Light touch, lots of water, not touching the tooth. And this is just a Shofu rubber wheel to adjust the lingual of the provisional porcelain veneer. And that's the Dental Minute.